it, you have that willingness to do it. That is the reason I bow in front of you. And I want all the women listening to you, please take it from Manju ma'am, how open she is with her thoughts, with her words, and the kind of perspective you carry. Amazing. That's one of the reasons I always love to learn from you.
What is financial stability, Vinny, for you?
Okay.
That confidence which comes after earning money, that I am good for something. Nobody can say you are good for nothing. I started my job with 500
I
salary,
also know.
salary 1990. You know, Vinny, that was a great boost for my confidence. And my mother-in-law, oh my God, she used to appreciate like anything. You are the first lady member in the family who started earning with doing all her responsibilities. So again, the role of a woman in enhancing a woman's personality is very important, may it be mother or mother-in-law. A woman with financial stability carries more than money in her account. She carries the quiet courage to walk away from anything that hurts her worth. Every rupee she saves is a promise she made to her future self. That is, I will never be helpless again.
The
That
example,
you
right?
are the
I'm not
example.
allowed to step out, ma'am. I'm not allowed. I'm telling you. Right.
Hello, Vinny. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Manju ma'am. How are you?
How am I looking? Let me know first.
Absolutely fresh like a daisy, fit as a fiddle. And of course, this smile, bright smile, it adds some glaze to your face and it's unmatchable. Amazing.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much for coming up with this bright energy and
much.
energizing me as well. Thank you.
It's my
So,
pleasure.
so
So
that's how you're
my
looking.
yes, thank you so much for everything, every lovely word. So my dear audience, today we have with us a very special guest. Her name is Vinny, actually Vinita. I call her Vinny, and her students lovingly call her
Yeah,
Dia.
ma'am.
Dia, ma'am. Yes, yes. And she holds ample of degrees, ample of certifications, but I would love to address here two beautiful certifications which she holds. One is a lovely homemaker, and the other is beautiful trainer, awesome trainer with beautiful strategies. You train your students. So it's a privilege to have you here with us, and our audience, not my audience, our audience
Thank
is going to watch and enjoy. Lately, my dear viewers, we discussed on a lovely topic for Vinny's channel, and I would request you all that you please visit to our channel. Go and watch that video. It's an insightful session where Vinny's questions were answered by Manju ma'am. And today, Manju ma'am is here to ask questions, and Vinny ma'am is going to answer those questions. So, Vinny, are you ready for all those things?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for adding so much of warmth to this video, not just to my personality, but also to this video. That's such a lovely start. Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me on your channel. And I look forward to this conversation. Let's see how it unfolds.
I'm also looking forward to talking a lot. I want to say that you are looking so charming, attractive, and you are not only attractive on the outside, you are a beautiful soul, and that would reflect further when we will discuss many questions. Okay, so external beauty is the gift of God. We have nothing acquired. Okay, but what we are going to discuss, that is something we have acquired with time, with experience, with knowledge, and with lots of efforts. And with all those efforts, you are a financially stable woman, I must say, isn't it? Because you
Yes.
are training people, you are making many more to be financially stable, but that field has given you a kind of stability as well,
Stability. Yes.
isn't it?
Mhm.
And today's topic is, Vinny, I want to discuss with you a lovely topic: financial stability among women. Okay, because it was a
Favorite
part of
topic.
India that men only were earning bread and butter, and we were sitting inside the home and always doing household chores and enjoying our life whatever way we could. But now the scene has changed and it needs to be changed a little more. So, my very first question on the basis of this topic, what is financial stability, Vinny, for you?
Okay. So sorry for the sore throat,
Oh,
ma'am.
it's okay, weather
But yeah,
change.
you have to bear today with me. So, first of all, Manju ma'am, I bow in front of you for bringing this topic. Let me tell you the reason before I start with the answer. You are you belong to the age group where people, not sure, you look really young, but because you have such a huge experience, I can understand. At this age, if I talk about other ladies, you can tell me about yourself as well. They are probably grandmothers. You told me you are a grandmother, right? And they are this mothers-in-law, right? Plus, you belong to the time when financial stability and women being independent, it was such a big we can say you are trying to break that stereotype by discussing this topic, right? You belong to the time when all these topics were not even discussed, let alone women following their passion, being independent and all. And today, voluntarily and on your own, you are bringing this topic. That's a huge, huge privilege for me, because I want all the ladies who still consider financial stability as something that may spoil women, and that means various other things. There are many other statements that we come across when it comes to financial stability for women, but that comes from this age group majorly. You might have seen, right? They don't prefer their daughters in law or even daughters also to go and work. They don't prefer. They say they may get spoiled, they may get good exposure, they may have that arrogance, and they may start to walk away. But today, on your own, you have come up with this topic. You want to discuss it. You have that willingness to do it. That is the reason I bow in front of you. And I want all the women listening to you, please, please take it from Manju ma'am, how open she is with her thoughts, with her words, and the kind of perspective you carry. Amazing. That's one of the reasons I always love to learn from you. The last conversation you talked about that we had for my channel yesterday, I specially told my sister in law, please watch that video. Because when we were having that discussion, she just came in and she was doing some work, and she could listen to couple of statements that you gave. So I told, yes, it's a must watch. You also watch it. So, of course, I absolutely admire your thoughts. Thank you so much for bringing this topic. Coming back to the point, that is financial stability. What is it? I can't say I am whatever money, wealth, or opulence is there with me, with us. It's because of me. No. By God's grace, it is because of my family members. They are working really hard, earning and well settled. What I am doing is I'm simply making such an amount of money that can fulfill or at least satisfy my expenses. But I'm happy, I'm confident, I have that choices, I have freedom. So there is one statement, ma'am, even if money is small, but the confidence it brings is huge. So that's the case with me. Even though I'm earning small, but the confidence it has given me is huge. So that's something I call it financial stability. When you have money with you, sorry, when you have money with you, when you are financially independent, you have some savings, you have good earning. It's not a, it brings that power in you that you cannot get simply by being under some kind of suppression.
So true.
It's not about stepping out and buying luxurious things. It's not just about that.
Mhm.
Even if it is there in your bank account, even if it is there in your lockers, the kind of power, strength it adds to you, at least you can fulfill necessities and some basic luxuries of your kids, yourself. You can walk out of toxicity. That comes the last. I don't support it that if you are earning, try to walk out of toxic situations. No, that doesn't mean that you should not adapt, adjust, or compromise. We have to compromise because now the scenario is upside down, right? When women, they are becoming financially independent, they think now I can walk out of any situation. No,
Mm.
this should not be the case. Try to adapt till the best possible limit. Then, if it is something that's unbearable, something that's out of the control, something that's getting, we can say, worst, then this financial stability gives you the freedom to walk away. So that should be the last. I don't support it, honestly. Being a woman, I never say try to walk out of situations if you are uncomfortable with it. No, that's not what I believe. But, ma'am, it gives us a lot of choice, financial stability, and it builds ample amount of confidence. So that's one thing that I would like to support and say. I'm sure my definition wasn't very crisp, but yeah, it was long, but I wanted to give this
No,
message.
no, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Every bit was important and it was explained so very well. Financial stability is not only about earning money. It's something beyond it, and what you explained it. Okay. It's maybe, as you said, that small amount. Each small amount matters for supporting your family. If each individual earns for himself or herself, it's a support for the male person who takes all the burden on his own shoulder. Okay, so somewhere we can support them, and more than supporting them, we support ourselves. Somewhere a kind of fulfillment, what we feel after earning that small amount, that we can just understand, we can feel. Yeah, we need not to say that, but that confidence which comes after earning money, that I am good for something. Nobody can say you are good for nothing. We are good for something. Yes, so that point is very important. But still there are certain challenges in our society because we belong to India, and this is the irony, we can say, that people always see women with a different lens, and there we need to prove ourselves, not just by saying, by acting, because actions speak louder than the words. So it's important to act. Don't simply say that yes, we have power, we can do this, we can do that, but we need to just step out of our comfort zone to gain some confidence. Earning can be small, but confidence can be high. Yes, so that is that.
Completely. Completely.
So
Yes.
now my
Totally.
next question, Vinny. So well, you explained that. Next question comes like, what are some unique financial challenges women face compared to men?
So here, if I to answer this question, ma'am, I would like to discuss certain scenarios. Why? Because in my previous video, if you remember, I talked about one thing. I articulated it clearly. I have to mention what's my life's goal now. It is to empower other women,
Right.
to support them become financially independent, and to provide that respect and recognition to homemakers what they deserve. This is my goal now. I am unable to achieve it right now, currently, because I'm still on my way to achieve something for myself. But that is my goal, that's for sure. Because it's like when you suffer, your pain refines you, man.
Right.
Because I have suffered, because I have been uh, came across, or I haven't overcome, but I can say that I have been through those circumstances, those situations where I was made to believe that yes, for women, it is important. Simply remaining in these four walls, trying to serve whole day for your kids, for your family, isn't going to help you. Okay, It is going to help you, it is going to help your family, but ultimately there comes a stage, midlife crisis, ma'am. I'm sure that's the worst possible thing. I discussed it one day,
Mhm.
and once you reach that stage, you realize now I can't do anything. You feel helpless out of all
Mhm.
when it touches. So, ma'am, now coming to the challenges, I have always been surrounded with women. They are educated
Right.
and they are brilliant, they are talented. The only thing is, they have the kind of family environment where they have good background, great, they belong to these well off and financially stable, rich class families, and they are never allowed to work. They are never allowed to work. Whatever you have studied, whatever certifications, degree, whatever you have, is all of it just goes in vain. And I have seen that. I have felt it. I have experienced it. And since that day, I have realized no, something has to be done. Something. Because even though I'm not talking about that lower middle class families, I'm talking about literally well off families where I have seen ladies begging, asking, convincing, compelling their partners, fathers in law, mothers in law, give me 500 rupees. I want diapers for my kids. I want some necessary things, day to day things for my kids. Please, I'm not asking for myself. Give it to me for my kids. I have literally seen that situation. No matter how many foreign trips you are having, what luxurious cars you are having,
Mhm.
no. But when it comes to your expenses, no one cares. No one cares. That kind of scenario I have seen. And I have seen literally for 500 rupees, they have to ask 10 to 20 times. Such scenarios, that is the first challenge. That you become so helpless, ma'am, so helpless, even after having everything, talent, education, degree.
Right.
They say don't call it begging. It is begging. It is. When you have to ask for 500 rupees for your kids to their father, to their grandfather or grandmother, it is begging, ma'am. Nothing
If you,
less than
and if
begging.
you don't get, if you don't get, that's
Get.
another thing. If you are asking and you get it, thinking that yes, you have been doing a lot for supporting the family. So 500 rupees, nothing for you. Yes. If you keep a cook, a maid, how much they charge? But do you ever think that if your daughter-in-law is doing something, you don't pay for it, but you should be responsible for her choice, for her interest, for her needs, not wants, but for needs. At least you should be ready always. So
Ma'am,
I
another,
really, I,
you might have seen, because I
yes,
have seen it every other day. Literally.
I
I
too
have
have.
seen my friends. Man, they wear, if you see their clothes, no, they carry phone of rupees 1.5 lakhs. They wear clothes of rupees 15,000, 20,000 that I consider totally worthless. But when it comes to their expenses, no, day to day expenses, they always have this complaint that I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. Even if I ask for 500 rupees, no, I have to ask for them at least 10 times. Give me 500. Give me 500. I am, my parcel is about to arrive today. These days, this new thing, no?
Right, right, right,
Parcel,
right.
courier, new
Yes.
things.
Mm.
So, this is one thing. Another thing, ma'am, that another challenge that you can relate with is when we don't have money, we have to step out or step back from many situations, and you cannot vent, you cannot let your friends know, you cannot let your other family members know. You just have to silently back out. You can't say no, you belong to such a popular and well known family, but you don't get enough money for your expense. That is the reason you have to back out, or chicken out. We say chicken out of this situation, because you cannot spend that much money. So that is the silent struggle you have when you have to back out from those situations, just because you cannot ask for that much money to your husband or to other
Loved ones.
breadwinners of your family. This is something I have noticed. They cannot tell you, your friends cannot tell you this is the prime reason because of money. They may say, maybe I'm unavailable that day. They may say, maybe I'm not in need of that thing. But the real or the prime reason is money. What do you think, ma'am? What is your take?
Wonderful, wonderful. Baby has arrived.
They give me, this 30-minute limit. Will you be finishing in 30 minutes? After that, we can shout and play. I said, yeah, after 30 minutes, you can play. Right?
Right, right. That's
Because we,
that's their genuine demand actually. When you are always caught up with your classes, with sessions, with editing, and many different responsibilities. So they also seek attention at times, and you need to give your time. Okay, so
absolutely.
yes, you described really well that it seems to be really begging. If you are asking for 100 rupees, 500 rupees, it's not 5 lakh or 5 crore. Earning 500 rupees for a woman, I don't think is very difficult. Even if you are 10th pass, even if you are just literate, you can easily earn. Your approach towards thinking, towards your goal should be crystal clear. Whether you want to beg throughout your life, you want to ask every time for every each little thing, or you want to be independent. You can be at home, you can serve your each family member, you can fulfill their responsibilities, and along with that you can steal a little time to earn some amount of money. We don't say that 50,000, 1 lakh you can earn, but 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 at least you can earn just by sitting at home. What am I doing? I was always, for 32 years, I was always out for nearly 8 hours. My family was suffering, struggling, because they need. Women's role in the family is great. We can't just describe in words. We can just understand that every moment, if you are at home, you are occupied with something or the other. So your role in the family is ample, that cannot be denied, but still, what is your role? You what for you are made? What do you feel like? If you want to earn a little amount, you can certainly steal a little time, and you can think about your ability, your potential, and you can work towards it. It is as simple as that. And everyone can earn. There is no, it's not that people think that English, if we can speak, then probably only we can earn. It's nothing like that. This social media platforms have given so many ideas. I see on the Facebook, people share their saris, or they are making some craft items, candles, simple things I'm talking about. And they are just showcasing on Facebook, sharing with some followers. Somewhere they are earning some amount. I don't know what they are earning, but certainly if they are doing something, they must be earning something. So that boosts their confidence. And to increase and improve their confidence, it is important. It's not always important that you step out of the house and earn. If you think that your availability at home is more required, be at home. Do everything, find out some time to fulfill your passion. Start earning maybe 500 rupees. I started my job with 500
I
salary,
also know.
salary
I
500 in 1990. 1990, I was getting just 500 rupees. But you know, Vinny, that was a great, great boost for my confidence, for my thought process. And my mother in law, oh my God, she used to appreciate like anything. You are the first lady member in the family who started earning with doing all her responsibilities. So, again, the role of a woman in enhancing a woman's personality is very important, may it be mother or mother-in-law. To take charge. Today, I saw that in Parliament, people were discussing some new rules about 33% of reservation for female. About that, the discussion was going on and on and on, and people had different opinions. But there, in place of others shouting for reservation for us, we have to reserve our place ourselves. something, do it on your own. Why we are seeking Narendra Modi is going to bring some plan, something for us, and then we'll be independent? No, we can do on our own. My cook, who used to come, she's such a lovely, she's more beautiful than me. She looks too intelligent, as if she is MA BEd maybe. She talks so refined. She cooks in just 3 to 4 houses, and she makes sure that all the houses where they eat vegetarian food, because she doesn't eat non-veg. Because of that, she earns good money, good amount actually. Her husband is an auto driver, but she earns more than him. What a support she is for her family. And now you can understand her confidence. I see her confidence. At times, I feel that she wears better clothes than me. She buys whatever she wants. She changes her mobile every after 2 to 3 years. Everything what she is interested in, she does everything. So it's a kind of need for every lady, and they should.
Privilege. It's not always about luxury, ma'am. It's
It's
about necessity as well.
right, right,
It
right.
gives us necessity. And as you talked about this freedom, no, that sense of freedom that we get, um, I have literally gotten some examples as I talked about experiences. That's the reason I can endlessly talk and discuss on this topic, because that's the goal of my life. Reason being, she's a YouTuber and my dear friend and well qualified lady. I'll tell you a quick real story that can actually help you understand why that fire is there inside me.
Mhm.
First of all, there is one quote that's coming into my mind for the when you talked about your mother-in-law. I was in grade 12 and I got one quiz on Facebook. So you
Mhm.
just have to answer as many questions as possible in 60 seconds, something like that. So, what's your favorite quote, or what's that one favorite statement you believed in? I was just in grade 12 and I wrote, empowered women empower other women. Empowered women
Women,
empower other women. So, why are we talking about this today? Because we feel we are empowered. Let's empower others. If the woman is empowered already, if she's well settled, earning well, but she still believes in pulling down other members and just not letting them grow, I don't think that woman is empowered. She's just
oh,
earning. She's
right,
just
right,
earning.
right, right.
So, this is what reminded me of when you were talking about your mother in law. Coming back to the story that I would like to quickly share with you, ma'am. So, I had one friend.
Mhm.
She was from a city, got married to this small town where I live. She was an aspirant, UPSC. Brilliant, talented girl. When she got married, she had this condition in advance that I would like to study. And if not UPSC, I would try to work for some other banking or
Sectors.
some other sectors,
Mhm.
whatever, some easier ones.
Mhm.
Okay, initially family said okay because both the daughters they are settled in other countries, one in Australia, other one in the US.
Right.
Very well settled, not settled, very well. They have their two, three houses. Now you can
Mhm.
imagine there.
Right.
Now, this was the prior condition. Family said okay. And you know it very well. She's an educated, qualified girl. Okay.
Right.
And
Mhm.
your son, he's just not even a graduate. But you have good money. Good. Like you have huge income. Number of
Business
family
people,
members? Yes. Three people. Just mother in law, son, and this
daughter-in-law.
girl,
Mm.
daughter in law. Okay. Only three.
Mhm.
Now you see so much of wealth, no consumers in the family. Only three.
Right. Right.
Okay. Ma'am, she got married. Somehow she found me. Somehow. Not through direct contact. We met somewhere. She got to know, okay, I'm into something like this. She started interacting. You won't believe the kind of struggle I have seen with her because of the family culture. She left her studies, number one. She conceived. What all she did? Initially, she started this baking things.
Mhm.
Baking.
Baking at home.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't work because of lack of family support. Number one, you need kitchen, utensils, appliances. Okay,
Then
fine.
supplier.
Left. Supplier, many things. And it's not easy in our towns, small towns like us. Next, she became supplier of these. these what we say nozzles and other things that you require for baking.
Mhm.
Okay. She tried that. Third, some party items, balloons, this and that, whatever. She started online. Next, ma'am, you won't believe what I saw her. She had this little daughter. She was sending her daughter to some tuition. Okay. But after that, I saw her. Let me continue. So, ma'am, finally, what I saw, she started sending her child to the tuitions. And even after belonging to such background, such wealth, such educations, all the degrees and certifications, she started going for home tuitions and teaching 2 3 kids, where she was getting hardly, I think, 2 3 thousand. Hardly, I'm saying 1,500 to 2,000. One fine day, I asked, "Why are you doing this?" She said, "I need money. At least little bit, 1,000, 2,000, that much money. What about the wealth that belongs to that family? What about that wealth?" It was so disheartening for me, ma'am, when I got to hear.
Even for me, when I'm listening to this story, I
What
feel like
about those daughters, ma'am, who are independent and working in other countries? If you cannot support other girls, what is the use of your degree? If you cannot make your mother understand, who has become such a stumbling stone in someone else's journey, she was well qualified, and finally, what was the outcome? Separation. They
oh,
separated, divorced, and she didn't even ask for alimony. One day I came to know. She called me, she used to call me, "Please suggest something. What can I do?" She started with her YouTube channel long ago, long ago. And she used to beg me, "Didi, please tell something to me. What can I do?" And she didn't ask for even alimony because she was not the sucker of money. She wanted some worth.
respect, some worth.
She has a daughter today.
The
She's grown
same,
up.
the same thing I read somewhere, and because of that, this topic came to my mind, and I wrote that what I read, and I want to share here with you and with the audience. Just give me, where did I keep that? I was reading. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it is like, see how it touched me a lot. A woman with financial stability carries more than money in her account. She carries the quiet courage to walk away from anything that hurts her worth. Every rupee she saves is a promise she made to her future self. That is, I will never be helpless again. So, this is the reason when I read this quote, I thought if Vinny is going to connect with me today, let me discuss on this crucial topic, which not only women, everybody should understand. Today, Vinny, it's not only about women. Even men, they are struggling. They are in depression because they are not getting good job. Why are you seeking for only good job? No, work is less. You can do anything to make your worth initially, and gradually God will help you. God helps those who help themselves. Seek the path. Try to do something. Who is going to push you? Nobody. You have to be self motivated to do something. That spark should always be there in you. Nobody can create that spark. So, see the struggle of that lady, your friend. All the ladies, those who are going to watch this video, please, before the water goes above your head, try to think and try to do something. It's not because your husband doesn't do, your husband helps you, but still you make your worth. You never know what is your future. So your present is secured. It doesn't mean you sit idle. Secure your future too. Don't you think so?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely.
That's
These kids
very,
for whom
very,
we are sacrificing, they'll come and say, "Mama, you are just a homemaker." My friend's mom is a lawyer, doctor, teacher, maybe some kind of PhD researcher, something. But you are just a homemaker. I'm not comfortable helping you introduce to my friends.
yes, yes, that article also I read once. So all these things, like I feel that with homemaking, I think we can do the other things also to
Possible.
make our
I'm
worth.
the
That
example,
you
right?
are the
I'm not
example.
allowed to step out, ma'am. I'm not allowed. I'm telling you right here. somehow I'm managing, right? So that's how it is.
Salute you. And I salute God who gave me such a wonderful family, who supported me always. Not only my mother-in-law, my brother-in-laws, my husband is a great supporter of me. Whatever I do, he never stops me doing anything.